Okay, hello. Doing this quick one for my car because, for full transparency, I don't want any distractions, so I don't want to have to make this video tonight when I'm at my desk. I want to go home and finish Deltarune. So that's my plan. So I thought, hey, why don't I get my thoughts out and up while I'm sitting here in my car on my lunch break doing nothing anyway. So yeah, read the chapter. Another quick, breezy one, but really, really solid. Very dense, with material. Yamato cover story is still going. I thought it was ending, but I guess not. I wonder if it was like a translationary thing, but more who's who potential, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. That's all that matters. So end of the review. Thanks for no. Anyway, yeah. So the crux of this the action for this chapter is, Gaban and Chopper come crashing down into the underworld where the monster trio, Loki, the new giant pirates are all chilling, not realizing, blissfully unaware of anything happening up above. And, Gaban's still alive. I don't think anyone thought that he was going to die, and just knowing Oda's writing style, so of course, but, yeah, so it's finally time to go back up and get things in gear. This was just sort of that bridge chapter for that we were waiting for. So I'm very interested to see how the monster trio specifically fares against the onslaught up above. Because, Gaban was taken out, who's insanely powerful. That fucking power scaler bit that they did there, where it was where he puts up the fingers with the two, that was so fucking funny. Direct jab at power scalers right there. Yeah, so I'm very interested to see how the monster trio will fare up there, just simply because they were able to take out Gaban, who I you don't know with Luffy's level with Gear 5 and everything, but I would say Gaban's the most powerful entity, other than the villains, of course, the most powerful entity on the island at the moment. So if they were able, and Loki might be up there though, and they have Loki on their side if they let him go, so yeah. Speaking of Loki, I have a theory that I feel has a lot of legs. I think this theory has high potential to be accurate. You never know. You can't say for sure, and there's not a lot of evidence, but I feel like it just makes a whole lot of sense. So he has this pen pal. I think they were called Shaggy in some translations, and something with an M in other translations. I can't quite recall what the word was. I read it this morning, so it's been a few hours. But it was some other, some word with an M, and I looked up what that word means, and it's it has something to do with the biblical figure of Noah. And that, obviously we know the Noah Ark at Fishman Island, and it got me thinking, it makes a lot of sense for this pen pal to be Shirahoshi. It's two, members of royalty that Shirahoshi was confined for a long time, just like Loki. Different circumstances, of course, but two very large pink-haired members of royalty that are confined to a specific space and often not misunderstood or not appreciated by those. It just made a whole lot of narrative sense that they would be the pen pals, and it made a lot more sense because she says she's not going to be able to use the Denden Mushi for a while, and I was thinking, why would that be? But then I realized Fishman Island is directly under Mary Joie, and we learned last chapter, or the chapter before that, when Emu possessed Gunko and showed up, he said the Holy Land is in flames and you're dilly-dallying here, essentially. So something crazy is going on at the Holy Land, and I would imagine that would impact Fishman Island in some capacity just because of the proximity. But yeah, there's a truck. Please don't park behind me. No? Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. know. Anyway, yeah, so I think this makes a lot of sense, and I think it has a lot of legs. I can't, obviously can't say for certain, but you never know. You never know with Oda. Anyway, I'm very excited to see what happens next. I don't think it didn't say break week in the chapter, but you never know. Sometimes that could be like a retroactively decided thing lately, it seems. So I love One Piece. I think that's all I gotta say. I love reading these chapters every week, or almost every week. They spark so much joy. I love Loki. I think I like pink-haired guys, it seems like. I love Who's Who. I love Loki. Like, I think there's something that's saying about me. Anyway, that's about it. I don't really have a lot of extended thought. Oh, I loved the shot. I wanted to mention the shot of Ripley being like when she hears that Gaban fell and that Colin's still trapped, she's like charging over. I loved that action. Just so good. So good. Anyway, that was the last little note there. Thanks for watching.